That's why I was like, oh, it was like one of those nostalgia things, and you're like, oh, this is so fucking sweet.
I remember doing that heart and feeling a certain way about it, but
So
I
I
never knew
felt,
the lore from Guild Wars 1.
which is why I'm glad they put that in there. Like,
Huh.
it made it really easy for someone who played Guild Wars 1.
What is your favorite part of Guild Wars 1? Is there like a moment or an aha moment when you were playing this game where you were just immediately like in? What was the moment for you
Um,
where Guild Wars 1 like hooked you, I guess?
all right, before I answer that, can I give you spoilers to the story?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. My favorite part happens in this section of the game. Okay?
Yeah.
When you get to Kryta and Maguma. So in pre-searing, which is where my other Ellie was, basically the whole story there is you're there for a day. Like everything that you do in pre-searing takes place in a day.
Hmm.
Um, and so you're here in Ascalon City. This was the Northlands. The Char, uh, basically did a spell called the Searing, and basically burned up Ascalon, and a lot of people died.
Hmm.
Um, so that's all you know about the story is you're a human, you lived in this city, and the Char destroyed you.
Right.
Okay,
Adelburn,
so
right? Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
so obviously all these missions are you just fighting the Char and shit. You get over, and then Rurik uh, and Adelburn get into a fight at some point, and end up leaving. And Rurik leaves, and that's how we end up making our way across the map and developing story. Now, there's no plot twist or anything yet. There's just story. Um, then, um, as you're traveling across, you come to Borlus Pass and then to the Frostgate. Frostgate, um, Rurik dies,
Hmm.
and you're like, oh wow, like that was all you knew to the story, right?
Okay.
But anyways, you end up get the end of that mission leads you into Beacon's Perch, which you may have also heard that in Guild Wars 2 somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's Ritlock's son ends up there at some point. Maybe not. Forget his name.
Uh, I forget his name now too.
Damn.
Um, but then you get to Kryta. Yeah, someone needs help or whatever. You end up. I forgot how you got from Beacon's Perch to the gates of Kryta. But this is when you start learning about the White Mantle and the Unseen Ones. You didn't know they were called Mersat yet. Um, and so that's what. And in this mission, the Gates of Kryta, you meet Vizier Kilburn, who has the Scepter of Ore, which controls the undead.
Oh.
Uh, and he helps you here and here. And I've kind of forgot what this mission was about. I think this one you're sneaking around to get out. Maybe that was Riverside. No, Riverside Province was a sneaking around mission. But anyways, you're coming through here fighting White Mantle
Hmm.
and the Unseen Ones. Again, you don't know they're called Mersat. Um, and the Vizier's sitting there helping you. Then you get into the Maguma area, and
Hmm.
this is where the White Mantle and his like really short up.
Hmm.
Um, and you learn about um, the Bloodstone Fen here, uh, which is almost in the exact same spot, I think, in Guild Wars 2, and it's almost the same size.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
about about the White Mantle taking Crichtons and sacrificing them on the
Experiments.
Bloodstone.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Um, and then after that, you get to Riverside. And you find out. Uh, no. The Vizier helps you through this section too. Um, shit. So it wasn't here. Yeah, because you fight more White Mantle here. So, anyways, where was I at? You're fleeing the White Mantle and shit. You come over here to get ascended. That's what all this mission's here. Um, the Dragon's Lair is where you meet Glint. This is where Glint started. Um, this is where you finish fighting the Stone Summit. This is what was important here, was fighting the Stone Summit. And this mission here is where you meet a seer, like what's his fucking name from Guild Wars 2 from Soto?
Are you talking about the
The
Norn?
High Wizard dude. The big wizard dude in Soto.
Oh, it's not a Jin. It's a
Yeah, he's a seer.
seer. Okay.
I forgot what his name was already though.
Me too.
Anyways, you meet one of those guys here
I
to
can't
get your
forget his
armor.
voice, but that name though.
Anyways, you meet one of those type of guys here, and they infuse your armor. You kill an Eidolon, and they infuse your armor to be resistant to the spectral agony of the Mersat.
Okay.
Then you go to this mission and finish killing off the Stone Summit, which were the dwarves that run through the Shiver Peaks here, and then ended up killing Rurik. But my favorite part is actually when you get to the end of the game and when all of the pieces start coming together. You find out, you played Janthier, right?
Yeah.
So you know about the
Ooh,
Titans.
I haven't completed it actually,
But you know about the
but I'm
Titans, though. You've
very close
seen
to
like
the end.
Greer and
Yeah.
Destiny,
I've seen
right?
all 3 of them.
Okay. The Titans were different in here. They were all burning Titans, as opposed to whatever they were, but they
Yeah.
had a similar concept. You don't meet them until here.
Oh.
The last 3 missions of the game. So at Hell's Precipice, right here, this is a volcano. This is what they call the Door to Komali.
Oh.
Um, you find out a lot of shit, and it puts the whole thing together.
Yeah.
And my favorite part of the whole story was just like the moral ambiguity that you have throughout the entire story,
Mhm.
and it gets even more in depth here. So what you find out is the Bloodstone that the Mersat were killing people on up here
Yeah.
was to stop the Titans from entering through the portal here. So they had this sealed with the Bloodstone magic, and the only way that they could get that to run was with human sacrifices.
Oh.
The Vizier, you find out, is destroyed ore. Like, that whole sinking of ore thing was his thing.
Oh.
And he's a lich. And he gets so fucking sweet. So, like, you end up... So, by defeating the Mersat and defeating the Vizier, you actually unleashed all of the Titans
Oh.
across the rest of the world again. And so they had some post-game content where you had to go and clean up the Titans in different areas of the world.
I see.
But my favorite part was definitely sitting there watching all of these pieces kind of get put together. And the story writing for the Guild Wars 1 was just so good. Top down.
Oh.
Um, like it's better. I still maintain out of everything that they've ever put out between Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2, this is the best story.
Oh,
And it was so in depth and enrapturing, but like I was also like 12.
right. That the flavor and sophistication of that rock in a hard place kind of choice, where the planet, I guess, is a okay word here. The planet is governed by a lesser than and a greater than evil, and the checks and balances are kind of blurred, and that's a awkward reality for a 12-year-old to experience. It's still awkward to think about it now, but yeah, must have been really cool to get through it at that age.
Yeah, but like the whole story had a thread, but it wasn't very like but it wasn't super linear. So like you had sections and it made the world really come to life.
It's like there were no
But
fillers and then a
yeah,
massive payoff that was ambiguously there the entire time, but you didn't really get more than breadcrumbs towards it.
correct.
Ah, I see.
And it was so like if you skip missions because like um, well the world was open.
Yeah,
So like some people
yeah.
would like come in, you port in the Ascalon, and then you can get a run without doing any missions. You can run anywhere except to here. You had to do the Sanctum K mission.
Hmm.
The only mission you had to do was Sanctum K to get somewhere that you could not physically run to. Oh, and Thunderhead Keep. It was the only way to end up over here at the Fire Islands.
Hmm.
Which, if you look at it, this would be kind of your Draconis Mons,
Right.
and this would be your Ember Bay, and then this was unused. Or this actually might be your Ember Bay now,
Mm-hmm.
like this section.
I can see it.
Um, but you could run this mission. I don't know if I still have the ability to do it, but the assassin has a skill called Shadow Form, and it just makes you impervious to all damage. You can't be targeted.
Oh.
So you can basically run this whole mission without killing a single thing, and you just have to wait out timers. That's how I used to make my money, was running around. But like your armor, you can only craft armor at certain places. So the first place you can get to get max level armor is Drockner's Forge.
Oh.
So if you played the story, you have to go through all of this, and then all of this, and basically go through 80% of the game in terms of mission counts
Mm-hmm.
before you can get max armor.
Hmm.
Or you could come here and just run through all of this, stop over here at Yaxben, then you would run through the Iron Horse Mine. You couldn't run through the mission zones, so you would run up this. Sometimes stop at Ice Tooth Cave, sometimes not. Run through all of this to Beacon's Purge, and then run this path. If you were a good runner, you would make this stop over here to the Deldrimor War Camp. If you wanted speed, you would skip this section.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Sorrow's Furnace existed, which is what this little zone is right here, is the entrance to Sorrow's Furnace.
Oh.
And then run through all of this to come to Drockner's Forge. And then you can just make the gear there.
Got it. So, there weren't raids in this game, were there?
Sort of.
They were called something else.
So you had the Fissure of Woe and Underworld, which is how you got obsidian shards and globs of ectoplasm. And everybody had access to that. factions, um,